Hello everyone and welcome back to Kayla's Kitchen. Today we are doing another fall Christmassy recipe video and we are going to be doing another dessert based off of a tea, and you guessed it, we are drawing from the Simpson Vail dessert collection. So let's make a recipe based off of apple cinnamon coffee cake. This is a delicious tea from Simpson Vail. I first tried it in their dessert tea sample box and I instantly fell in love with it. It is a black tea blend with black tea, cinnamon chips, apple pieces, flavoring, and orange blossoms. And oh, it's so good. It's so good. It is like sweet and it has those nice apple flavors in it, but it also is kind of cinnamony, and the black tea is a really nice base for it. And since it's a coffee cake is usually like kind of like a morning kind of treat. So it actually, having a coffee cake with this tea goes really well for like a morning or afternoon treat. And I really like it. And this recipe is absolutely delicious. I gotta say, it's so good. I mean, maybe I'm a little bit biased, but this is probably one of my favorite recipes that I've come up with. It is so good. It's a nice light and fluffy cake that has like cinnamon in it, but it also has molasses to give it kind of that warming feel. And then it is layered with some brown sugar, oat and nut topping, and apple slices. And the apple brings a nice sweetness, but it also has a fun texture. And the topping is really crunchy and it's wonderful, guys. It's wonderful. So let's, get started. So the first thing we are going to do for our cake is, of course, soften our butter and then cream that together with the sugar. Once this mixture looks nice and light and fluffy, you can go and crack in your 2 eggs. I don't know about you guys, but cracking in eggs was always my favorite part of baking as a kid. Then you can cream the eggs into the butter and sugar as well, and it should be pretty thick and fluffy. Then you can go ahead and add in your molasses, and once again, whip that into the mixture just until it's combined. This mixture might start to separate, but that is going to be okay. After mixing in the molasses, we are going to sift our flour, baking powder, baking soda, salt, and cinnamon over top. And then using our mixer on the very lowest speed, we're going to just mix this all together until it is mostly combined. If you still see a few streaks of flour, that's okay. We're going to use a spatula, and this is my really cute holiday spatula, to fold everything together until there are no more streaks of flour. So the cake batter is now done, so now you can get your baking dish ready. You will also need 1 apple sliced. I used a Honeycrisp apple, but you can use whatever kind of apple that you'd like. And you'll need the ingredients for the filling. So I lined my baking dish with parchment paper. I honestly don't know why I did that, so don't do that. Don't do that. Just grease really well your baking dish with butter or oil or cooking spray or whatever. Don't line it with parchment paper. That's unnecessary. You leave this cake in the pan. You could line it with parchment paper if you wanted to take it out. I didn't want to take it out. I wanted it to stay in the pan, and I have no idea why I lined it with parchment paper, but alas, I did. So into your definitely not parchment paper lined pan, you can go ahead and scoop in half of the cake batter, and then you will lay atop the thinly sliced apples until basically the whole surface is covered. And then you will mix together the oats, brown sugar, chopped pecans, and cinnamon, and really wish that you had put these in a larger bowl. And then you can sprinkle half of that mixture over top the apples. Now you can scoop in the rest of your batter, and you'll want to make sure that you spread it really thin. This batter is a little bit on the thicker side, so I like using this offset spatula because that helps me control the batter and push it around easier. If you don't have one, that's okay. A regular rubber spatula will work, but this one is definitely easier. And if the batter does start to mix with the topping underneath it, that's gonna be okay. No one's gonna know. Now, after your batter is spread thin, once again, a layer of apples and a layer of topping. Now just spread this all as evenly as you can get it, and then you can bake this at 350 degrees for at least 1 hour. So there you have it. That is how you make an apple cinnamon coffee cake that is going to go deliciously with this apple cinnamon coffee cake tea. Plus, you know, they go together. It's so good. Guys, it's so good. If you never make one of my recipes, please make this cake. Please. It is so good. And if you do make it, you should post about it on Instagram and tag me at kaylas.kitchen.tktp. It's gonna be fun. But seriously, if you do make any of my recipes, I'd love to see what you guys made, and so please tag me on a post on Instagram. That would just like make my day. And I was going to bring a slice of cake up here to show you, but I ate it before I came up here because it's super delicious. So I don't have a slice of cake, but that's okay, because you're gonna make this recipe yourself and you'll be able to see what it looks like, right? But that is my recipe for apple cinnamon coffee cake based off of the tea by the same name by Simpson Vail. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe down below, and comment down below what your favorite tea from the Simpson Vail dessert collection is. This one is definitely up there, but I love so many of them. That is all for now, so as always, happy sipping.